Shit, man, running around working.
That's an understatement. So let me get this right. Somebody said a couple of months ago that Bullpen, right, was in a major league.
Yep, that's what they said.
I don't know. Did you take that literally and just said, all right, I'm about to spin the block on you dumbass niggas and choke the fucking life out the culture? And listen, hold on. And I feel like you've been having a devilish Birdman rub every time you hit send on all these battles.
I just really be more so excited. Like my energy is never like, I never have like real clapback energy, to be real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of nigga that somebody talks shit to me and then when I win, just go rub it in their face or something. Like, I don't really be holding that much. But when that statement was made, I just felt like it was funny, and I wanted to respond to it so it could be a conversation, so people could let this person know, dog, you just said some dumb shit. Plus, I already knew what I had in the works anyway. All of this shit been in the works anyway, so it's just real bad timing. I was just
bad timing. Bad timing.
It was bad timing.
Bad. Just terrible. And I love people like you because you're a good dude, man. I've been rocking with you. We've been going back and forth since 2016, man. And just to watch you flourish from grind time to URL to league owner to a father, you know what I'm saying? To you holding it down for yourself and doing big moves and rubbing shoulders with good people, man. Dog, you about to own October.
Yeah.
October's John. It's your birthday too. Or the 15th also? How old are you now?
Yeah. I'm gonna be 34.
Damn, John, you getting up there. I'm old as hell. This nigga's 34 now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 34, man. I had to think about it, so I'll be forgetting my age. I had to think about it. Like, hold on.
My son is 34.
Yeah. But you know, it's lit though. I like the energy though, because you know, these announcements is, you know, it gets me excited as a fan too, especially seeing the reactions that get like, all right, but I'm also a realist, right? Announcements is fire. the trailers is fire. The flyers is fire.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? I'm still a nigga that's worried about the battles.
Yes, of course.
At the end of the day. Like, so all of this is cool and it builds anticipation, but you know, with the anticipation, that should get all the battlers excited. And you know what I'm saying, and ready for them to you know what I mean, come out and put on the show. So that's when I celebrate. When the battles happen and it was fire, that's when it's lit for me.
Do you guys as battle rappers, when you see a card come out and your name is on attached to it and fans are going crazy about the card, does that give y'all extra motivation when y'all writing and preparing?
For sure. I used to tell Beasley when they had, like, it was a moment in time when URL, like, you know, when they was announcing cards last minute and shit like that. I used to tell them, like, the last minute announcements, it ain't the fact that it was like short notice when you booking it. It's just, dog, before, when you drop the trailer about 2 months before, you don't understand what that do for the battler. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, you understand what it does for the battler, because a few things happen. So the announcement comes out. Now people are talking about you. So now you're relevant, you're in the talks, and it's like, at this time, this is when Twitter was on fire. Now you waking up. When I had my pardon me, that was a call. When I had my old Twitter, you know, with the 60,000 followers and shit, I'm waking up to hundreds of fucking mentions after an announcement. So that make me like have to think about the battle all the time. You see what I'm saying? So when I gotta think about the battle all the time, I'm locked in on it. And on top of that, depending on what's being said in the trailer, your opponent could feel away. Your opponent could feel away about people's predictions. Now your opponent is talking shit and triggering you. Now you feel some type of, like, you know what I mean? It adds to the buildup. It adds to the buildup. So yeah, for sure, the announcements get us what? Like, especially if it's an announcement that we know people gonna fuck with. When you know you got a battle people gonna fuck with, and it actually comes out, it's like, yeah, I could really. So yeah, hell yeah, that helped.
How do you feel about U40?
I love it.
I see more people are more excited about that battle. and everything. And I think you might have pissed her off a little bit, John. I think you pissed her off a tad bit, though, my nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you, son.
Yeah, I mean, I want to. You know what I'm saying? I want to piss her off. She should be pissed off. Like, you know what I mean? She should be pissed off from her last battle, to be real. Don't wait for me to say something to be pissed off. Be pissed off what the fuck we just see. Like, don't use, like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just like, yo, I know this. 40's been asking for this battle, right? And as cool as we are, because me and 40, we real cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of love for 40. 40's one of the people.
I love 40. Good
you know what I mean? She's one of the people, when I see her around at an event, it's like, you know what I mean? It's a good feeling to see her. You know what I mean? But she been asking for this battle. And I told her when I booked it, I said, look, once this get announced, I'm on your ass. I'm on your ass, because when people call me out, it's like, it's almost like me putting my back against the wall, because it's like, what you got for me? Why you want to battle me? You see what I'm saying? Like, if it's always been love, why you want to battle me? What you got for me? So it's like, all right, so if it's like that, once everything's set in stone, it's up now. So she could be pissed. You know what I mean? You're going to be mad now. You're going to be even more mad on the 14th. Don't get mad now. You better save some of that angry energy. you better save it.
Oh, man. How much for the pay-per-view again, John? For Pandemonium first.
For Pandemonium is $45.
Now, for you, is it extra oomph because the next day is your birthday?
I mean,
are you celebrating the 14th like it's your birthday, sir?
Nah, that wasn't the plan. You know what I mean? I ain't really want to model. That's why I didn't do like a birthday card. You know what I mean? Shit like that. I really want to give Bullpen his own light, because that's the 8-year anniversary. So, and I don't like battling on my birthday. I don't like battling near my birthday. I want to chill. You know what I mean? So there's no real extra nothing. It's just that I got to go to work so I can celebrate the right way the next day. Like, I can't celebrate if I got a bad night on the 14th. Yeah. I can't. You know what I'm saying?
8 years with Bullpen. Did you expect 8 years, my nigga? Did you expect that going in, that you'll be here for 8 years?
I didn't see an end to it. Honestly, in my head, it was going to take 3 years for at least for you know, the people to really accept the league. You know what I mean? That's how I felt.
Right.
Things just came fast. Like, you know, this shit took off in like 6 months. So I that's what I wasn't expecting. You know what I mean? That's what I wasn't expecting. So when the shit takes off in 6 months, at this time, I'm learning all the turmoil that league owners go through. I'm learning all of that. So there was a lot of mistakes made that I had to pick up and figure shit out. But this is why we in a space where now it's like I kind of know what I'm doing now, because I went through the trials and tribulations with an open mind too. I never jumped in this shit like I just knew everything on that side.
Right.
Jumped in it with an open mind. Like, I knew it was going to be certain things that go along. Okay, all right, so this is how I handle this. Okay, this is how I handle this. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of shit.
You was learning as you go, right?
Yeah. You know what I mean? I had a set mind as far as the direction and what I wanted to do with the league. But as far as learning the business of that side and shit like that, yeah, I had to learn as I went. And it was a headache, man. The shit wasn't easy. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It was a lot of years that I feel like, not a lot of years, but maybe a year or two where I felt like, you know what I mean? I wish I would have just fell back a little bit. Cause when you doing this shit, man, like, especially when you're not money driven, you know what I mean? Like, I don't do the league for the money, and I don't do it for the fame or status. You know what I mean? This year I battled the most on Bullpen. Before this, I battled more times on Bullpen this year than I battled in 8 years on Bullpen, because it was never about me. You get what I'm saying? The only times I battled when I felt like I wanted to bring the biggest crowd out, you know what I mean, or put the most eyes on the event, so therefore I can promote the Bullpen battlers. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with this year. I was more active to bring more light back to Bullpen. At the same time, I did a tour to find newer talent while we doing this. And the newer talent that that we found, y'all gonna be seeing on these pay-per-view events. Y'all gonna see on the 14th. Y'all gonna see another tournament on the 28th in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on another crazy event for December. And y'all gonna see some more new niggas. So it's about paying forward. You know what I mean?
Is this your best year for you, for your platform? You feel?
Yeah.
Notoriety wise, people talking about your battles. traffic, just conversations about bullpen. Do you feel this year has been your best year?
Yeah, I could say that. I could definitely say that. As far as the events we did, you know what I mean, how, things now, that's why I said now we get to the point where I kind of know what I'm doing. So there's a lot of headaches I was able to, alleviate or prevent going with this. So a lot of shit that happened with Bullpen this year went a lot smoother. You know what I mean? It went a lot smoother. The battles came out good. The energy is up. So yeah, I could say this is Bullpen best year.
Overall, do you think this has been a good year for battle rap overall?
Yeah. I mean, I think we gotta, because I feel like, all right, so, with the consensus or however people felt about URL this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like the energy was, yo, the coach is up for grabs. Who's gonna do what? So the leagues started coming out and doing some shit, and it's just like, all right, like when they said the YouTube streets was open, it was a lot of shit going on. So when you think about that, when people feel like URL had a down year, so all the leagues wanted to turn up. When you look at URL, when you say that, look at URL. URL didn't really have a down year. Mm-hmm. It's just we so used to URL dominating through the year. So now other leagues is doing great events as well. So when other leagues do great events, we get more credit for it. URL at this point, the standard that they set for themselves is so high. Y'all we need a card with Lux, Cassidy, Hitman, all these niggas on card for people to be like, yo, URL is back. Now it's like they're not trying to accept anything less than what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't think URL had a bad year at all. You know what I mean? Like when you look at the events that they did, they was able to do, they still brought the most people out to the events. Niggas talk about, how Summer Madness wasn't this and that. Summer Madness had the most people at that event than it's been at any event other than when Easy battled Hitman. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, like URL, like, you know what I mean? They found their talent, they did their crucible shit, they pushing, they doing what they need to do. You know what I mean? But then you look at RBE, Blue Room, crazy, Max Out, King of the Dot came back 2 events. They had the past day shit, then Blackout. Both of them crazy. You know what I mean? Our battle is fucking dropping a fucking announcement every other week, and they crazy. You know what I mean?
Charlex.
Niggas is more active. You know what I mean? OSBL, shout out to Kels. You know what I mean? Kels been active. You know what I mean? So everybody is just turning up. You know what I mean? And I just knew
J400 got a card tomorrow.
J400 got a card. You know what I mean? How you gonna act? Like everybody is just like, and this is moving
that also. Absolutely.
We getting a lot of content. It's like there's a way to be oversaturated. It's oversaturation when we get a lot of battles from the same place.
Wow. That's funny. So from the same place. Wow. Not from different leagues, but from the same brand.
From the same place. When different leagues is pumping out a lot of content, it's lit. It's lit.
Just had a look last week. They had a fire call last week. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I like the space because that's what it seemed like now. It seems like the leagues is more battling with cards. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the energy we need, because then it's money for the battlers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta book certain niggas to keep up with what's what. And if you a relevant name and in that circle, you're gonna get some good money. So it's definitely a good year.
Before I speak about Dope in the Pen, is there a card on Pendulum that you're looking forward to though on the 14th? Besides yours, of course. But is it another match?
Another match? Yeah. I actually not to sound cliche, but all of them, I like them. You know what I mean? I like booking battles the way I feel like I will be entertained by it. I don't just throw matchups together and try to force y'all to watch some shit that I wouldn't watch.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I like the Super Black and Ease. You know what I mean? The battle of the country niggas. I love it.
Southern brothers, right? The Southern boys, absolutely.
Yeah, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Clone and JC. What are we talking about?
Yo, Clone is having a dope year.
I'm gonna say this:
see where he is in champion of the year ranking. I know he's not gonna be number 1, but just see where he's ranked at.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. You look at the year that we having, right? Bullpen having a good year, right? Clone is having a great year, right? Bad News is having a great year.
Having a good year too, though. Facts.
Right?
Loso,
I was getting to that. Loso is having a great year, right? I'm having a great year, right?
Yes.
So this is like this is the year. I saw Loso say this might be one of his best careers, best years of his career.
He said that to me. Absolutely.
That's you know what I'm saying? News could probably say the same thing. He just battled Geechee in what might be battle of the year, and he went everywhere else. You know what I mean? And he did Bags and Bodies. Look at Clone. Clone got 2 battles that's up for battle of the year. It might have a third with JC.
Wouldn't shock me if he does. Would not shock me if he does.
No, it won't. You know what I'm saying? But you know, back to what you were saying as far as the matchups, like Clone and JC, like that's come on, bro. And then Chef Trez and Charlie Clips. To me, like that's an end game for Trez. So that's something like I gotta watch. It doesn't matter where Trez and Clips was to happen at.
Right.
It's something I would have to watch.
Yeah.
We gotta see.
And this is big for Trez when it talks to champion of the year.
Yes. It's definitely an important battle, especially to add to what he's been doing this year. We could say what this has been Trez's best year too.
By far, I think if you look at Trez's career from split 8 to now, this has to be his best year of his career.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? Everybody involved with the Don having their best year, man. I don't know what's going on.
Bad news, Loso, Clone. Yeah, you're not lying, John. You're not lying. So, man, talk to me about Dope in the Pen, man. Whose idea was this? How did this come about? Give me everything, my nigga. God damn it, man. Hold on. Danny Myers, Loso, Yoshi, and Vixen. We got Calic on Pass. Charlie needing a rematch. We got John Jonathan Fab.
So, Fab is my peoples. You know what I mean? Like my family is like his family unofficially. You know what I'm saying? Like my blood relatives is like his family. So, you know, my ties in Oakland run very deep. So I've been around, you know, Fab, and we, you know, Fab is a real fan of this shit. You know what I mean? Like he really, and when he like he did 2 events. You know what I mean? He did 2 events.
Also, right. He did it with John with Rex and surfing them, right?
Right. What set him aside from any of these other niggas that just pop up in the industry and try to throw battle events? He doesn't come in it for the cash grab. He comes in it to put on a battle rap show for his city. He does a lot of things in Oakland
for the Bay Area. He did a lot.
Yeah, he does giveaways. He does week. He got Fab Week. He got his own week in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is alone for me, enough for me to respect what he was. You know what I mean? But we've been talking about because my cousin been telling me for a while, like you know, let's do something in Oakland. Let's do something in Oakland. He's like, you and Fab. He would say you and Fab, but I'm thinking like, you know, if we do something in Oakland, I don't necessarily have to battle Fab. You know what I mean? We could set something else up or whatever, but Fab wanted to battle me. So it was just like, nah, we gotta, you know, we're talking shit.
Were you shocked? What? Were you shocked that he wanted to smoke?
I mean, yeah, no, because Fab is just the type of nigga, like he just naturally competitive too. You know what I mean? So he'll talk shit to the niggas around him about certain shit, like you know, and will really challenge niggas. Fab is the type of nigga that'll be in the street slap boxing right now, or throw the gloves on and really. There's footage of this nigga doing this in the hood, like. So he just that competitive. So it's like yeah and no, but it's just like, all right, Fab, you sure you want to do this? But back to how the shit came about. So this type of conversation was happening, period. So when I was planning on doing the tour, I said, well, this is the perfect time for me to go to Oakland. So then I reached out and say, yo, look, this is what we doing. We're gonna make a stop in Oakland. Let's put together a card. I'll do the tournament on it, and we do it like that. So he said, okay, bet. You know what I mean? I get the venue, I get whatever, blah, blah, blah. So he's working on that. At first, it was supposed to be August. August 27th. Disaster ended up doing the GTX card. Then he ended up in the same venue that we was gonna use. It's a whole story with that. Shout out to Diz. I don't want to get into no drama. There's some funny shit that happened with that. But anyway, but yeah, so he wanted to change it anyway because he wanted to get more people involved. You know what I mean? He wanted to get some sponsors, some big sponsors, like, and it's a bigger situation at hand with this event. So it's a real networking situation. That's why it's like, okay, I understand people like, yo, John, why you battling Mr. Fab? but y'all don't know what type of space it's about to put me in. You know what I'm saying? Because of people he was just at media day with Steph Curry.
Yeah, he's close. Him and E40 are close with the Warriors.
Everybody. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand the space.
Yeah.
So when I hit him up about the call, I suggested some matchups and shit. I suggest some matchups, and then he wanted to put together some matchups too because he like, yo, I want to make this big. You know what I mean? To be honest, I was gonna put together a fire card, featuring a lot of bullpen artists versus, how I do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he wanted to make it a bigger card. So I'm like, well, if this not gonna be a part of the tour no more, we're gonna push it back. Okay, I'm open to hear, some of your suggestions. So he went ahead and started, reaching out to certain people. When he's coming back to me with certain people that he got, I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wanted to do the Charlie Clips and Rum Nitty rematch.
Oh, he wanted to rematch that? Okay. He
wanted to do that. So, I ain't think about that. I ain't really, you know what I mean? It's Charlie Clips and Rum Nitty rematch, but you got Charlie Clips and Rum Nitty? Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Then he had, I think he was trying to do Calico versus somebody else and Pass versus somebody else. So I said, nah, if you really gonna do Cal and Pass, we need to do Cal.
They already been going at it. They already been going at it already. So it's like
we need Cal and Pass. Like, you know what I mean? That matchup is just like perfect to me. You know what I'm saying?
Oakland. He's from Oakland. It's just
right.
Hometown.
So and then once we at that, I'm like, all right, so we need a dope female battle. Right? So I know Yoshi is out there. Yoshi she's from the Bay.
Right.
Yoshi, who could be fire for Yoshi that she hasn't battled yet?
Vixen.
What are you doing?
Energy. Yeah.
What are you doing? You know what I mean? So I was hyped when I locked that one in. And then, Loso and Danny Myers. We can't have a bullpen card, not no bullpen nigga on it. And then Loso is not on the Pandemonium card.
Right.
So, we going to Oakland together. You know what I mean? So that's how that whole card came about. And you know what I mean? So that shit is crazy. So shout out to Fab. A lot of people giving me a lot of, credit for this card, and I appreciate it. But Fab had a lot to do with that. We actually put together the card together. You know what I mean? So the same credit y'all giving me for this card, the flowers y'all give me, I got to share with Fab. You know what I mean? So shout out to him.
I saw a fan say to you on Twitter, man, can you bring out the vintage John, the one that battle Hitman? People got to understand you in a different, and I'm glad I saw your response. But to go back to that, though, you in a different mindset to want to walk back to that is kind of hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's like, it's a time, like, it's a gumbo of things that happen to lead up to every performance.
Right.
Because you got to have a feeling. You got to feel some type of way about your opponent. You know what I mean? The promo matters. The moment matters. Everything. The opportunity matters. It's like, you tell me I'm battling Hitman for the first time in front of thousands of people on a Return of the Legends card with Diddy there. You know what I'm saying? And with this nigga talking crazy to me, one of the top niggas out here, he's violating, thinking he about to come versus me battling, you know what I'm saying, 40 bars on my platform. Where, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like 40 bars is giving me a shot. It's not like, you know what I mean? It ain't like, like it's certain situations. So you want to see the John that battle Hitman again, you got to put John in that same type of situation. Like, give John Lux or Mook or something like that. Like, you're going to see some shit. Not to say you ain't going to see nothing on the 14th, but, when y'all talk about certain shit, it's like everything is different. For everybody, is different in timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I ain't have a bed. I ain't have a bed against
you have a bed. That's a fact.
I want me to shave and go blind. I got to take the glasses off too.
Right, for real. How much for the pay-per-view for the 28th card?
Yeah, same thing. 45. Okay. Same thing. Keep the base pay. I ain't trying to tax the people too much. You know what I mean? At the same time, some things got to be recouped, man.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your take on Shine, man?
It's a nasty situation, man. I feel like at this point, like, Shine is just very frustrated. And I kind of got to be like careful when I speak on the situation because
yes, I got you.
I know more than what's out there.
Pretty
You know
sure
what
you
I'm
do.
saying? I know more than what's out there, and I got deep, like, you know, relationships in this. Like, Sean is really, I really look at Sean like a brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga that Sean can call. You know what I'm saying? If he needs something,
Right.
and I feel like if I call Sean for something, he got me too.
Same thing. Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you got that side, and then of course URL. You know what I mean? I'm still tied in with URL. You know what I mean? And me and Beasley close. You know what I'm saying? Then now I see a situation with him and DNA. Y'all know me and DNA close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just think, you know, at this point, like Sean is frustrated. There's a possibility that there's a miscommunication on what the terms of this contract meant. And they're not gonna figure it out for as long as they're not gonna talk. Because at this point, I know calls are being ignored. Text messages are not being responded to. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of shit that could just be a lot of pride is in a way.
Always.
And niggas mix business with friendships. That's another thing that's in a way. Yeah, but you know, I just don't agree with, you know, well, I can't say I don't agree because there's a frustration. I just wouldn't have went public. You know what I'm saying? The way Sean did, we two different people. Sean handled it. Me, I wouldn't have did that unless. See, here's another thing. Unless my hand was forced.
Right.
Sean might feel like his hand is forced. But at the same time, you got a huge situation on the table. If you got a huge situation on the table, you don't even need you don't need this kind of light.
Yeah.
You don't need to do this. Niggas that don't have nothing going on comes out and, you know what I mean, and speak on certain shit to keep that going. I know the situation Sean has. It's a huge fucking situation. So it's like you don't even have to say nothing. You don't gotta. You don't got to. But you know, he feel away. Like I said, it's not just business. It's personal with him too. It's personal with him too, and I understand the personal side of it. Like I said, I know more than what's being put out there, which is why I kind of try to refrain from it. But I can give my opinion on it because I am a nigga in the middle. In the middle, all this shit is just like, man, I you know.
DNA said he's gonna say something today at 3:00 today. I know DNA don't. If I know DNA, he doesn't even want to do no shit like that. He's not. DNA.
He don't. And I wouldn't be surprised if he changed his mind and not did it.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't be surprised.
You know what I'm saying? But again,
you think it's a bad timing thing with his mom's passing away and the show coming
terrible
out?
Timing.
Terrible timing. Right?
Yeah. I don't think it was done on purpose.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so either. No, I don't.
Right, but I don't. Anything is still possible. Anything's still possible. But I don't think it was done.
I don't think so. I don't think there's malice intent.
Yeah, I don't think it was done on purpose. But DNA still feel like his hand is forced. It's just you got to think he got to hear this at a time like this.
Yeah,
like he's vulnerable, so he's ready to snap on anything.
I was thinking the same thing.
You know what I mean? So it's like, of course, he's gonna look at it like, y'all dropped this when I just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lost my mom's nah, y'all got me fucked up. And then it's like he probably feel a way about what Sean's saying, like. Because you know there's always three sides to a story.
Always.
So Sean is saying like, yo, DNA have my back. So DNA probably got a different perspective. Like, yo, look, I tried to have your back, but it wasn't. What you want me to do? I don't know what DNA about to say. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like again, like DNA's in a vulnerable place, man. Like you know, so if he feel like his name is being played with, he's not about to just sit back and just sit on that. So.
What about Hollow? See what's going on with Hollow also?
Yeah, man. I actually
a lot of shit going on, John. Jesus Christ.
I watched your mini interview with the nigga. Yeah. What was that? A 30-second interview? That was a
30-second.
That was a drive-through interview. Yeah, he agreed to do an interview to not answer no questions. Yo. But yeah, I was trying to make sense of it, man. It's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
It's too much, man. Like,
ooh, Lord.
I just feel like he shouldn't have said nothing. Like if somebody did, like, so the tweet comes out, right, and now everybody is on Hollow Neck about the tweet because, dog, you just said this. You did a whole campaign about URL doing this, and now you saying this. So then he got, basically pressed for it. And then, the ARP, he does the blog saying Hollow called him that morning to let him know somebody told him to tweet that.
Yes.
So if I'm being objective here,
right,
I don't think nobody told Hollow to tweet that. I don't think nobody told Hollow to tweet that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. Unless Hollow comes out publicly and says that, because he hasn't said that. He hasn't, you know what I'm saying, owned up to that, claimed that. We heard that from ARP. Right? Did he say that?
Yeah.
So
I didn't even think about it the way you saying it right now. Shit, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we heard this from ARP. Now, Hollow could have possibly told ARP that. You know what I mean? To have a reason or why would he just tweet some shit like that after saying that? Because I don't even like. But again, I gotta say this: we don't know. Like he could have. Somebody could have. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. You know what I mean? But I feel like ARP know what he doing by doing that blog and saying Hollow.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He did. Yes, he did.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he know what he doing.
He played chess.
Yes. You know what I mean? So that's to put him in hot water and to put URL in hot water by saying, well, I got this from him.
Yes.
So if y'all have an issue with what I'm saying, he told me this. You know what I'm saying? And I see people be calling ARP like chatty patty. You talking too much. And I get it, right? I get it. But here's what we're not realizing: the man is a blogger now. The man is a blogger. Like he just in a position where a lot of things come across his desk, and he have to deal with a lot because he has a successful league that he runs.
Right.
He's a blogger. Bloggers are chatty patties.
Yes, we are.
Professional.
Yes, we are.
Professional chatty patties.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man.
Do you wish URL would speak more?
I know. No, because it'll just feed more to the drama. It'll just feed more.
Some things I wish they would speak about though. And
like, I mean, business is never really supposed to be spoken publicly anyway. How certain things is handled. That's why when you I tell you this, they're not saying a lot towards RBE because they're in a live lawsuit.
Right. We know. Right.
So it's like, what's the point? You know what I mean? What's really the point? We got to handle this battle over here. Like, why we battling, in the court of public opinion? You know what I mean? When we could just focus on the work. Because once you do that, you engage and you giving energy to another entity that you feel like shouldn't have the same energy as you. You know what I mean? And now there's a whole back and forth because now, like, that type of drama is overshadowed. It could overshadow the raps.
Right. Yeah.
It could overshadow the raps. So I don't think they need to say anything unless it's like, because everything is all speculation and there's a lot of talking and people lie. People lie. So do we gotta address every single fucking lie that's out there, or where there's a bunch of them and it's never gonna stop? You address one, you're gonna have to address 1,000.
Yeah. Good point.
So it's like, why even get into that cycle when you just focus on your business?
So October 14th, October 24th, right, sir?
October 14th, October 28th.
October 28th, pardon yourself. October
28th. Right? Yeah, Pandemonium 2, Dope in the Pen. It's definitely gonna be crazy. The energy is crazy. The tickets is going crazy. Pandemonium about to be sold out, but that wasn't a big that big of a crowd. I wasn't trying to go for that big of a crowd because I wanted the energy captured. When y'all see how this shit look, it's gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? Dope in the Pen is definitely a bigger venue, definitely a bigger event, and that's gonna be crazy too. You know what I mean? So if you're in the West Coast, you can make it to Oakland, October 28th. Please pull up to the Continental Club. And if you can't, we got the pay-per-view available on rapgrid.com/dope in the pen. And we got the pay-per-view available for Pandemonium 2 as well. You know what I mean? rapgrid.com/Pandemonium 2. Yep. Ruin your day shooting it. Avocado. So y'all know the stream gonna be good. So it's lit, man. Everything good, man.
John, I appreciate you, my brother. We're gonna speak after the pandemonium with you in 40, my dude.
Stay less.
Peace and love, my brother.
You're ready.
Okay.